There have been so many recent revelations about Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich that it's hard to keep track of them all. But one thing seems absolutely sure. This guy has, as my daughter would say, some issues. I mean, really, the conversations that he had about selling his Senate seat, these took place after it was reported that he was being wiretapped. That, my friends, is a special kind of crazy. So we have a crack team of amateur shrinks here at Doing Time with Ron Kuby, and we've done some research, and we think we may have a diagnosis. We have reason to believe that Rod Blagojevich suffers from antisocial personality disorder, meaning he's one of those people that generically is called a sociopath. Well, what evidence can we cite? Let's go to our diagnostic and statistical manual, shall we? Look at some of the signs and symptoms of antisocial personality disorder and match those up with Mr. Blagojevich's words and actions. First sign you're a sociopath: glibness and superficial charm.
I don't believe there's any cloud that hangs over me.
Well, getting back to that, can we
I think there's nothing but sunshine hanging over me.
Second criteria: you're manipulative, and you're always trying to con people. You never recognize the rights of others, and see your self-serving behaviors as permissible.
But the most cynical behavior in all this, the most appalling, is the fact that Governor Blagojevich tried to sell the appointment to the Senate seat vacated by President-elect Obama. The conduct would make Lincoln roll over in his grave.
You might also be a sociopath if you have a grandiose sense of yourself and if you feel entitled to certain things as your right. Do we see any sign of that in Governor Blagojevich?
I've got this thing, and it's bleeping golden. And I'm just not giving it up for bleeping nothing.
And one of the biggest signs that you're a sociopath, if you're a pathological liar. Interestingly, sociopaths can frequently pass lie detector tests. They have no problem lying coolly and easily. In fact, it's almost impossible for them to be truthful, even about little things. Governor?
But I don't care whether you tape me privately or publicly. I can tell you that whatever I say is always lawful, and the things I'm interested in doing are always lawful.
Also common among sociopaths is a basic lack of remorse, shame, or guilt. Sociopaths see people as targets and opportunities, not as people. So, United States Attorney Pat Fitzgerald, what was the part of the Blagojevich complaint about a children's hospital?
At one point, the governor awarded funding, reimbursement funding to that hospital to the tune of $8 million. But he also indicated privately that what he wanted to get was a $50,000 personal contribution from the chief executive officer of that hospital. In the ensuing weeks, that contribution never came. And Governor Blagojevich was intercepted on the telephone checking to see whether or not he could pull back the funding for Children's Memorial Hospital.
Oh, man. Cutting off medical care for the little kiddie poos because you didn't get your kit back? Ooh. And the last sign you're a sociopath, you have shallow emotions. You're incapable of love. When you try to show warmth and compassion, it comes across as phony, and it serves an ulterior motive. Well, for this one, we reach all the way back to 2006, and this clip really combines it all. The phony charm, the lying, the scheming, the total lack of shame. Here's Rod Blagojevich talking about a post-election conversation he had with his mother.
She said, "Now, son, that you won, whatever you do, be honest." And I told her, "Of course, Mom, I'll be honest, because that's how you raised me." She said, "That's good, son, I know you will. Let me ask you another question." I said, "What's that?" "Promise me, son, you'll never take bribes." I said, "Of course I'll never take bribes. Not only would that be dishonest, it would be illegal, and I would never do anything to dishonor the memory of my father."
Oh, man. Even lie to Mom. Eat your heart out, Freud.